Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how I will be taking a dresser that matches this nightstand and transforming it into my dining buffet. This is one of my guest rooms in my home. It used to be my middle daughter's bedroom, but I changed it into a guest room when I had someone that lived with me that moved here in 2018, but it's hardly ever used. So here is the dresser. I am going to be taking that ornate piece off and spray painting it gold. There is also a piece at the bottom that I'll be taking off, and that will be put on the top of the dresser, and I will be spray painting the hardware gold. So this dresser is going to get a modern glam makeover using just paint out of a bucket and spray paint out of a can. So if you're interested in seeing this transformation, then just keep watching. And for those of you that are new, please continue to watch. And if you like what you see here, give it a thumbs up and please consider subscribing. And I want to thank all of you for stopping by. So here we go. Here in my dining room, and I'm getting ready to make over this dresser that used to be my youngest daughter's. This dresser is well over 10-15 years old. I took the drawers out, and these are the pieces that was on it. This part was across the top there in front. That's why you see that, because I pulled it off. And then this was the bottom. So my plan is to bring it up higher. I'm trying to decide whether to do something like this at the bottom or just to put these 4 feet. Now these 4 feet used to be on oh, excuse me, used to be on the little cabinet that I was a dumpster dive, and I shared with you all how I painted it white, and then I was adding some detail work, which I've already done. I'm going to share that video with you all later. But I took the feet, those feet, off the cabinet, and I'm trying to decide whether to put them on or whether to use something like this. I'll put some inspiration pictures across so you can kind of see where I'm going with my idea. I even may keep this part because I may decide to, and let me bring it over here so you can see my vision, put it, because again, I'm turning this dresser into a dining room buffet. So I'm trying to decide whether to put it on like that. Now I'm painting all of this white. This is not real wood. This is like particle board. You can see, yeah, all of it is particle board. She bought this from, you know, those rent to own type of places, but again, this is well over 10 or 15 years old. So, and then I also, on the dressers, I want to put mirrors so everything kind of blend. So what I'm getting ready to do now is pull it over onto this drop cloth that I have in my dining room, wipe it down with some TSP and some liquid sander to prep it so that I can paint it white. And I'm just using this white paint that I used on my bathroom or my half bath wall. I also painted my fireplace wall. I'm going to show you all that later. I'm not going to show you now because that's going to be a separate video. But this is a big bucket and I'm just using it on this. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to seal the paint in, because I realize this is ceiling paint, but because it's paint, I'm going to seal it in. I'm going to paint it on here. It doesn't say furniture paint, but what I'm going to do to seal it in is use the polyurethane, that's what it is. And then I may cover the top with some peel and stick contact paper. I don't know yet. So right now I know I want it to be white, and I want it to be just a little higher up off of the floor. So I'm going to go ahead and get started prepping this. So here's the first coat. And always this paint, when I put it on the wall or on this furniture, it always looks like chalk paint. But after you put several coats on, it comes out pretty white, and it's a flat finish. So I'm going to let this coat dry, which won't take long. And I'm guessing I'm going to have to put at least 3 coats on it. And I don't know why I painted that, because I'm going to cover that up with wood. That's why this wood is here. I got to cut it down to size to put straight across here and straight across there. So I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm going to put on a second coat, then a third coat, and possibly a fourth coat. Okay, here is I think this is like a third coat. So because of this, the top being laminate or whatever you call it, it's not real. It's taking a while to dry. I thought it was going to dry fast, but it's not. So I'm going to be putting on as many coats as needed to cover this before I seal it. So this here is, I want to say it's about 3 coats. So it's going to need more than 4. I'm just going to keep putting on the coats of paint until it's completely coated. And I'm just going to quit for today. And then tomorrow I'll pick up and put some more coats on it. And then I will start on the dresser drawers. Oh, and I decided I'm going to do this here because I forgot that I ordered, and let me show this to you all. I got my dining room table over here in front of my stove. But I ordered this, months ago, thinking I was ordering the trim molding like I have, and you can't see it from here, like I have right there, and ended up ordering baseboards. Well, I am going to use this because it has, you know, the style that I want. That's similar to that down there. I'm going to, after I put the wood down there, I'm putting this on top, and it's enough to go all the way around. So I'm going to bring this up off the floor by adding a board, trim all the way around under the bottom to kind of lift it up. And then once I put this wood across the front, I'm putting this on top. I had forgotten I had this, and I was so glad I remembered. And this is paintable. I got this from Amazon. And if you're interested in purchasing this, I will put the link in my description box below. So I was so glad when I remembered that, because I wanted that trim to be so close to what was around there. So all I have to do is just peel and stick and paint. So much easier. Good morning, everyone. Today is Sunday, the 25th of June. Yep, and it's 7:25 in the morning. I'm up because I'm getting ready to go work on my front yard. But I just wanted to show that this dried really nice and neat. I'm going to work on this spot area here. I noticed it would keep coming through the paint. So the paint is not a stain resistant paint. So I'm going to put some more coats on here. This here is about, and you can see here, I need to put some more. And I think it was on another side. And I'm sorry if I'm sounding froggy, because again, it's, well, actually 7:42. So I'm getting up so I can get an early start on my yard right here. I need to get over that again. But I like the way it dried. Again, it'll dry like this. I mean, it'll look like this on top when I put just one coat. And again, I'm not worried about this because I'm going to put wood in front of there. I'm kind of getting different ideas now of how I want to do this, because I want it to have a modern look to it, and maybe with a twist of provincial or traditional look. We'll see. But this is about, I want to say this is about 5 coats. And because this is an old dresser, I may just decide to go ahead and use um, what I did on some other pieces of furniture that actually worked, and that is Mod Podge. Mod Podge. It still seals it in. And again, I'm not trying to spend a whole lot of money on this because this thing is it's not real wood, but it's functioning for me, and I can make it look nice without having to spend a whole lot of crazy money on it. So I might just seal it in with Mod Podge. But I like that it dried evenly. And I'm going to give some more coats to this later on today. But first, I'm going to get out here in my yard while the sun is not, while it's not scorching, and do a little bit of work. So here are the hardwares that goes to the dresser. I'm going to take them outside and spray paint them with this metallic finish gold spray paint. There's the color. And I decided to take the part that was across the front, and let me take you outside here and spray paint it gold. So I spray painted it gold, and I'm spray painting just the tip of the feet gold and leaving the rest white. So I'm going to make this a modern glam buffet. Today is Wednesday, June 28th, and I'm doing this on my lunch break. My lunch is just 45 minutes. So I got actually 10 minutes left to get back to my desk upstairs in my office, back to my training. But what I did was I brought the drawers down. There's the dresser right there. I like that I decided to put that piece on. And I just used the instant glue and clamped it and let it sit for 2 days to put that piece on. But here are the dresser drawers, and I'm so glad either I did this or my daughter did this. One of us did this, where we put the drawers right back. Like this is the left middle, left top, right middle, left bottom. So when I put them back, they're going to go right back where they were, because some of them are a little wider than the others. But this is the first coat of the white paint. So like I said, today is Wednesday. I'm going to guess that I'm going to leave this out to like Friday, putting several coats on, because like I stated earlier, I had to put about maybe, I'm going to say 6 coats on that, probably more than that. Because again, this is not cabinet paint. This is paint that I'm using. And again, this is not a brand new piece. So I'm not trying to put a whole lot of money into this. I'm just utilizing what I have to keep from spending money to buy what I want, when I can just DIY something simple that if I decide to move, I don't feel bad if I decide to throw it away or even give it away. I wouldn't sell this to anybody, because it was my daughter's furniture piece, that her first piece she bought over 10 or 15 years ago. So if somebody decides that they like it, I would just give it to them. But this is the first coat. So I'm guessing I'm going to be putting about, to each drawer, maybe about 6 coats on each drawer. So I decided to do this at my lunch. I had to bring them downstairs 2 at a time, and then I put the first coat of paint on them. So this will be sitting, my dining room will be like this probably until Sunday. I think I'll end up putting this back together Sunday, I think, because I still have to get the feet or get the piece to go on the bottom that's on each corner. If I don't have a long board, I did cut a block here to go in the corners, or I'll use this just so that the feet can fit on it when I bring it up higher off the floor. And again, the peel and stick molding trim that goes around it, that looks something like this, I got to attach that and paint it as well. So this is taking me, only because I'm working now, this is taking me about a week, because I have to stop and go. And I've been doing 12-hour days for the past 2 weeks, 7 to 7, and I'm tired when I'm getting off. Yes, even just sitting looking at the screen all day, I'm just tired. So I'm just going to be working on DIY projects on the weekends. Okay. Okay, here are the drawers painted and the handles attached. Now, I'm not finished. You see this piece of wood here. I cut the trimming here. This is this peel and stick that I was telling you about, and I painted it. Let's see, you can see right there where the paint is drying. And the reason why this space is in here is because on the, not the drawer, but on the dresser, there's a wheel missing. Let me see if I can show you. No, I can't show unless I take it out. So let me take it out to show you. You see how there's a wheel here? Well, there's not one here. So that's causing, because the wheel is on the track on the drawers, but it's just this one missing. So I'm going to have to order or just buy one, excuse me, to replace that so it can sit up straight. But as I got it together, I'm just getting a lot of different ideas of what to do. I think I'm going to trim the drawers. I'm not sure yet, but I want to trim the drawers with some gold peel and stick paper instead of trying to paint it, because I want them to be perfectly straight. So the tape comes perfectly straight already. And then I'm going to get the picture frame molding that's peel and stick to put around. I'm going to put a picture up of my vision of what I want to do. And then I have these drying because I painted them with the same white paint. They look rough because that's how the paint dries to where it looks a mess. But once it dries, it is nice and smooth. And by the way, these drawers, I think I gave these things like 8 or 10 coats of paint each, because that's how this paint does. Again, this is not for drawers, it's ceiling paint. But again, I'm not spending all that money in an old dresser drawer. I know there are some people who actually refurbish and do drawers and things like that, from what I see on Instagram, and it's absolutely beautiful, the work they do, but that's not what I'm trying to do here. So once I do get that wheel and get that done, I have to order the picture frame trim moldings. I put a picture up, I get them from Amazon. I'm going to get that. I'm trying to decide whether to leave them white, like paint them white to match this white, or to paint them gold. And then I still have to put wood on the bottom of the dresser for these feet to be attached to, because it's just a big opening down there. And I do have the top part here, which is here in my chair, this here white part. I think I'm going to cut off these here big ends, because when I sat it up there, it just didn't look right. So I think I'm going to cut off this end and then the other end down there. So I'm going to put this back and eat my breakfast and stuff before I have to clock in. So here is the border that's going to go at the bottom of the dresser over there, and I've already showed you all, kind of resembles this. What I did was tape it up, and I'm leaving this open so I can spray paint that part gold, and the rest is going to stay white. Again, this is peel and stick, and this is baseboard. That's what it is. Peel and stick baseboard. I've already painted it white, and you can see it's very pliable. And I'm going to take it outside, lay it on the ground, and spray it with that paint there. And then once I spray it, I'll let you see it. Okay, here it is. I spray painted the piece that I didn't tape off gold. And then I touched up these three, because the white paint, when I went in with the flat white paint, I got some of it on the gold, so I respray painted the tips. And I have an idea in my mind. I don't know if I'm going to do it, but right in here, I might order some gold tape and just put a strip here where it's protruding on all of them. I wonder if that's the cicadas. I know they're in Baltimore a lot, but those are cicadas. Wow. Okay. Well, but this is what it looks like. So I can't wait till I finish it. So what I'm getting ready to do now is go inside and see how to affix some wood on the bottom so that I can put these on top. And then I'm going to order some molding, the frames that are already put together to put on the drawers. So this is what I've done so far. I'm loving how it's turning out. I had to set it up because I got tired of my dining room being in disarray. So if you can look down there, you still see wood trim all the way around. I'm going to paint that white, or I may get some gold um, tape, the gold washi tape or trim tape to put around there. I don't want to take any chances of trying to spray paint anything. The spray paint around this was so good. It did so good. But there's more I got to do. I still have to fix this. You see that space? But and then this piece up here is drying. And then when I went to touch it up, I got white paint, so I got to take it back down. See, I did the top with gold spray paint, so I got to take that back down, tape off the white, and spray paint it again. I painted it that way because you started seeing specks from right there from when I was pulling the tape off. But I'm kind of liking that because it looks almost like it's purposeful. But I wanted to set it up, so I brought the lamps down from my bedroom. I love the way these lamps look. I was going to use the tall lamps, but I think because this is so high already, the lamps to me would have been too tall. I'm going to spray paint these iron things gold so it can match with that. But I love, how it turned out. And the corner things I'm going to get is going to hide all this imperfection. I'm going to trim the sides with gold, but I love it. And look at the gold on the feet. Turned out so nice. So I got a little more bit to do on it, but this is my dresser turned into my dining room buffet. I love it. Now, if you like what you saw here today, how I took my daughter's old 20-year-old, I say 15 or 20-year-old dresser and turned it into my dining buffet, please give it a thumbs up. And if this is your first time visiting my channel, please consider subscribing. I want to thank my faithful viewers for visiting my channel as always and supporting me. Again, this is not complete. I do want to do some more updates and add-ons to this, and I also want to work on the 2 cabinets that's on each side of my buffet to kind of coincide and match by putting some little touches of gold on those as well. Again, I would love to read your comments, and I want to thank you all for stopping by. Thank you so much for watching JRC Restoration, Decor, and Designs. And remember, the distance between your dreams and reality is called action. So until next time, make it a blessed and productive day, everyone. Bye-bye.